Hi guys. So through my research on educational programs and apps available for children, because that's what I specialize in, I've actually been pretty surprised with the diversity and wide variety of options that there are available for learning. Before coming into this course, I thought that I had a pretty clear idea of what apps and programs were available for learning, but I didn't really understand how many options there were. There's so many options, and how so many of the apps and programs that I use regularly can actually be used in an educational setting as well, um, such as Pinterest. I was pleased to discover many different apps I didn't even know existed, or apps that differentiated slightly from the more popular version of the app to best suit, for example, the needs of a younger age group. An example of this is Cuddle and Instagram. So Cuddle is a version of Instagram that is better suited for younger learners. So I have been pleasantly surprised with the diversity of apps and programs out there that are available for learning. I can see many opportunities and challenges for educators using these programs with learners. One challenge is the knowledge of the app or the program. Do you fully understand how to use the program effectively for your students? And if you don't, how are you going to learn? You want to have a clear enough understanding of the program so that you're able to teach your students how to use it and use it effectively and give them projects and assignments or tasks that appropriately reflect the program and are obtainable. Another challenge is that not all teachers or schools have the funding to buy the technological devices um, that you use to do these apps and programs on, which is tough. And if they do have some funding, it's not always enough to buy enough for so that each student has their own. Personally, I wouldn't want any more than 2 students to one technological device because I would want all students to make sure that all students are learning from the device and engaging with the app and the program. Another challenge is making sure that you're able to balance the use of engaging students in these apps and these programs with real life, concrete, experiential learning so that students are learning how to become real problem solvers excuse me, as well. You also want to ensure that when students are giving opportunity for learning outside of a multimedia setting, that they will still be engaged and motivated learners. Because of this, I think that's really important to find a balance. Learning through these apps and programs provides students with engaging, interactive learning experiences, which is fantastic because we know these help provide for optimal learning. And this is a huge positive for using these apps and programs. For me, this is the biggest one. Students are given opportunities to be self-directed and responsible learners. When they're working on an app or a program, they're able to work alone and they're engaged and focused on it. They're not, off daydreaming. They're really self-directed. They're on it. And I also think it's great when students are able to connect what they see and experience in the real world with abstract examples so that learning is even richer. These apps and programs also give students opportunities to share their learning or their work with other students and to network as well, which I think is great, so they can have that, that networking effect, and as a result, their learning becomes deeper. These apps and programs also provide students with information and learning in a fun, inviting way, which is great because it makes students become intrinsically motivated learners. And that leads to lifelong learning. That's the ultimate goal.